So, Cindy, as a financial advisor, I'm often asked, what legal documents do I need in my estate plan? I don't even think people understand what necessarily they're saying when they say estate plan. Can you fill me in a little bit?
I can, and I think you're right. I get that frequently as well. So we all think of a will because everybody knows about a will, but actually there's a lot more that we need besides just a will these days. And so 4 of the legal tools are used for when we're still alive. And we don't think of an estate plan as being something that we're going to use when we're still alive,
Sure.
but there is. And so one is an advance directive for health care. And that allows you to pick somebody to make medical decisions for you if you can't make your own at some point in the future. And especially today, where people are going into the hospital and their families can't go with them, it's really good to have someone that legally has that authority. The other one then is a living will. And it can be part of the advance directive for healthcare, but I like for it to be separate because that's the one that says you're making the decision if you are terminally ill, no chance, no way that you're going to get better. Then if something's keeping you alive, do you want that something to continue or do you want it to stop? And having loved ones make that decision for us when they don't know what we want is really stressful. And so
Sure.
I don't want anybody to put anyone else through that.
Yeah.
And then there's a HIPAA authorization, which, years ago, the federal government decided that if our doctors talk to anybody else about our medical situation, then our doctors can be sued. So we sign one of those every time we go to the doctor. That's good for that doctor. But I want everyone to have one that's good for every doctor they
Sure.
see, so your family
Yeah.
can talk to them. So I want you to have a HIPAA authorization. So those are the 3 medical ones. And then there's what's called a financial power of attorney. And I actually find that this is what I think is the most important legal tool
Really?
anybody needs, and the one that most people don't know about. So the reason that people don't know about it is because in days gone by, we could do financial things for other people. If I was married to you and I wanted to go to the bank and do something on your behalf, I knew the bank teller, I knew the people that worked at the bank, and they would let me do whatever I needed to do. But today, we're in a different world and it doesn't work that way. So today, if I'm married to you, I can't do anything for you. Even I use the example that a lot of people have experienced, and that is calling Comcast Cable to try to change your cable subscription. If it is not in your name, you are not changing
Oh my
that.
goodness, yeah.
And so a financial power of attorney is for everything on the financial side, everything that is not on the medical side. So that could be even talking to the hospital to understand what is your medical bill to make sure that you were billed correctly. Or maybe changing your car insurance, or maybe if I become incapacitated, somebody might need to do something for me at the bank or with my utilities or with my house. So that's what the financial power of attorney does, and that's why I think it's so critical. And then the last one is the will. It's called the last will and testament, and you choose what I call, the manager or executor of the will, and they're responsible for making sure all your wishes are followed, and that who you want to receive things actually get those things. So those are the 5 things that I think everybody needs, and that's an advance directive for health care, a living will, a HIPAA authorization, and a financial power of attorney, and then a last will and testament.
Sure. Well, that is great information. And I think you're right. I think a lot of us make assumptions being married that we're just going to be able to go to the bank and have access to that bank account or change the Comcast bill. So that is wonderful information. Thanks so much.
And it's on the other side. I'm going to just add something
Yeah.
because I also thought that like I created my children, so I would always be able to make these decisions for my
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
And a lot of parents don't recognize, but when your children turn 18, you can no longer make those decisions.
That's huge.
So we
Yeah.
send them off to college and we're worried about everything else. But if they have something happen at college, you're more than welcome to pay for everything, but you can't get any information about it.
Sure.
So even as someone that's 18 years of age, they need to have these documents in place so that people can make decisions for them.
That is a great idea. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.